Hello friends, this is Coldrun. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. We're here in Bestways Burrow, being stared at by a Loporrit, ready to pick up this quest, something Allag, right? Alluring Allag. The Brusque Loporrit has a... and this is the second to last ether current I need. There's one more, and I assume that's going to be from whatever main story quest concludes this area. For now, at least. The Brusque Loporrit has a mind to do something dangerous and has clearly heard of your proclivity for recklessness. It's famous. I hear that you have a penchant for excitement and adventure. Is that correct? Yes, it is. Nod, nod. Brusque Loporrit. Then I assume in your travels you've doubtless heard tales of the Alligans. Yeah, I've come across one or two of those tales. The Alligans don't get me started. Yes, and nearly everything wrong with the world seems to be their fault. Yeah, everything seems to be their fault. It's all on them. I thought as much. I ask because I have plans to survey an Allagan relic not far from here. The weapons guarding it, however, make it too dangerous for me to go alone. Take this, and this is a Lalafell. I trust you see where this is going. So, are you interested in a little adventure? Absolutely. Much obliged. Now let's be off, no time to waste. Okay. So we're here at the Allagan Relic, which is, what is it, Heimdall's last site, I think, right? Brusque Loporrit. The crash site is just ahead. If you find anything that may prove useful, I'd be grateful if you could retrieve it for me. Okay, so I guess we're going hunting. Onward then. After you. Yes, we're going hunting. I don't know what we're going hunting for. It's just anything useful, I guess? So there's a systems cube here. So we're just scavenging random tech. That's okay. The apparatus is offline, but appears to be transportable. You place it in your ambiguously sized bag that can hold anything. Oh, next is a fascinating remnant. It's one of those sphere things. That was also a boss in the Coils of Bahamut, right? Oh, clockwork system. It's awake. And lastly, a fascinating remnant. Is it fascinating? Is it really? I guess it is fascinating. It is pretty cool. A bit of Allagan technology is certainly fascinating. It's a shame it's too bulky to carry back. Oh, really? I thought my bag could carry everything. I guess it's ambiguously sized, not infinitely sized. Alright, just took out some weapons attacking the Loporrit, and we're all set. Phew, a moment longer and that drone would have alerted more. Now, did you find anything of interest? Oh, let me have a look. No, you're right, it might wait until we get back. Okay, yeah, so we found basically a cube was the only thing that we can carry at least. Brusque Loporrit. Safe at last. Now, show me what you found. We found a systems cube. As the programs installed on this all-purpose storage and operations device is not currently functional, it is difficult to tell what it does. Oh, yeah. It's just, I'm handing you a big old floppy disk. Brusque Loporrit. This is an Allagan decryption unit. With it, we could read Allagan tombstones about history, science, poetry, if we had any, which we do not. An adventure for another day, I suppose. I can find all the Allagan tombstones you need. I could farm them, even, one might say. Nevertheless, I'm deeply excited by the prospect, as I'm sure you can tell. You have my heartfelt gratitude. Excellent, I'm glad to hear that, Brusque Loporrit. You are not brusque at all. Right, so all that's left is this barrage of other smaller side quests. We'll start with the Bashful Loporrit. Lone Loporrit. This Bashful Loporrit has a secret to tell you. Oh, excuse me. You're the visitor from Aetheris, right? If it's all right, I'd like to have a word with you in private. Absolutely. Well, I can't talk about it here. Might we step outside Bestways Burrow? I'll be waiting for you around the northern end of Mare Lamentorum. Okay. Just look for the Lalafell in the creepy clown costume. Bashful Loporrit. You really came. Good, good. So, you see, the thing is, there's There's someone I want you to meet. Okay. He's not like the other Loporrits, which I guess is why he lives so far removed from everyone. Oh, you know, we're here by this thing that I thought might be the Alluring relic, but is not. Or was not. Is not. He very much enjoys his privacy and will only show up if you speak his password first. The password is, Goingmyway. Think you can remember it? Yes. Also, I'm really surprised that there's a Loporrit that lives separately. They seem like such a communal group that is really just exists for the purpose of you know, operating this vessel as a unit. Is this doing something, or are they just living on their own and chilling? Oh, I have to do it here. Those thunderous footfalls and sonorous tone aren't at all like a Loporrit. Who goes there? Bashful Loporrit. Oh, it's me. I brought someone I'd really like you to meet. Very well. You may enter. Who is this? Is it even a Loporrit? It's got to be, right? I mean, the Bashful Loporrit said it was a Loporrit. Is this... Are they a phantom? No, they're not. Oh my god, their actual name is Goingmyway. Well played, game. Bashful Loporrit. Go on, talk to him. He doesn't allow just anyone here, you know? Alright, Goingmyway. A pleasure to meet you. My name is Goingmyway. A rather odd name, you might say, but I can think of nothing more apt to describe the way I choose, nay, the way I was born to live. Okay, you are one of the more extra Loporrits, and that's saying something. Ever since the 1241st inspection, I have longed to be free, so I stopped using the hibernation chambers and came here to live in secret and solitude. Bashful Loporrit. I found him here by accident one day when searching for supplies. I promised to keep his secret, and we've been friends ever since. I made an exception for you because, well, he likes rare and unusual things, and you're by far the most rare and unusual thing I've ever seen. And I mean that in the best way possible, of course. No, I take it as a compliment. Sometimes. So, were you just awake for thousands of years when everyone else was hibernating? Are you okay? That's got to be psychologically brutal. Unless you just moved your hibernation chamber here and this is where you've been hibernating, but I think you've actually just been awake this whole time. Alright, Goingmyway. A visitor from Etheirys at long last. I bid you welcome to the moon. My friend here tells me you're an adventurer. Ah, what a life that must be. I too yearn to journey in search of the unknown, and to that end I have labored to build a ship that one day may take me to explore the other side of the moon. I guess we're on the... Are we on the light side of the moon or the dark side of the moon? And is the moon tidally locked? Is this moon tidally locked the way our moon is? I don't know. Bashful Loporrit. And I hope he makes it there soon. Speaking of which, I'm sure he was busy at work before we barged in here. We should probably let him back to it. I mean, can I help? I'd love to help make a spaceship. Bashful Loporrit's gone. Goingmyway. You're more than welcome to visit again and join me on my voyage once my vessel is complete. I hope we get a payoff for this. I think that'd be really cool to see if Goingmyway ever goes their own way. Bashful Loporrit. Thank you for meeting my friend. He thinks outside of the carrot patch, so it's nice to spend time with him from time to time. But please don't tell anyone. It has to be our little secret. Yes, it's our little secret. No worries there. The only people I'll share it with are, like, the 3 people who will ever see this video. And I am happy to share it with you. Let's go with dangerous work. I really do hope we get a follow-up to that. That's a cool nugget to start up. I hope they don't drop it. I don't think they will. They really set it up, like they could have dropped it, but they really set it up as almost to be continued. Sprightly Loporrit. Dangerous work. The sprightly Loporrit has lost track of their friends and could use a helping hand. You're the visitor everyone's been talking about. I don't suppose you have time to assist me in a matter of life and death. Yeah, sure, I got some time. 4 of my friends went out to patrol the moon and mine for ore. They should be back by now, but I'm worried something happened. I can't say I'm too keen on the idea of coming face-to-face like growth with one of those roving fungi by myself. Could you come along? Please come along. Absolutely. Murdering face-wielding fungi is my specialty. Thank you. Let's hop to it then. Hop to it. My friends were headed toward the Chlorophoskrat. Sprightly Loporrit. Sweet Mother Hydaelyn, I hope they're all right. And then we got Reeling Loporrit, so they're clearly not all right. But they got wacky music, so they're not dead. Reeling Loporrit. What? Why are you... oh, they're shaking. I'm not slacking. Reeling Loporrit. I'm not slacking. I passed out after a Weeper ambushed me. Yes, that's definitely what happened. I like that they're continuing the characterization of Loporrits being the world's, like, the galaxy's, the stars' worst liars. If you're looking at for the others, they went ahead to survey the Chlorophoskrat, and the area around the Cradle of Darkness. I'd get them myself, but I'm much too exhausted from my journey with the Weeper, encounter with the Weeper. Yeah, okay, so nothing happened, nothing tragic happened to you. You just like rubbing your face and sleeping, and who doesn't like doing that? Sprightly Loporrit. Do you hear intermittent snoring? Okay, yeah, so they're all just lazy. And I appreciate that. The others are Reeling Loporrit. The others are there are either there in the Chlorophoskrat or near the Cradle of Darkness. I'm sure they're fine, though. They're nowhere near as exhausted as I am. We'll see. I feel really bad waking these Loporrits up. They deserve a rest. Sleepy Loporrit. Mining makes me so sleepy. Must stay awake. Poke poke. Oh, is it time to go back already? I hardly got anything done. Oh well. That's rough. I hope you got a good nap at least. That's important. Preoccupied Loporrit. I'm sure this plant, he wasn't here last time. Would you look at that? It made by Paul, Tingly. Numb, even. Surely there's some use for that. Oh, yeah. You found a nice... Actually, that's a pretty big discovery, Preoccupied Loporrit. You discovered a natural anesthetic. Goodness me, time to head back, is it? I was so focused I completely lost track of time. Oh, I like when that happens. At least when you're focused on something that doesn't feel terrible. Dozing Loporrit. This feels like a dangerous place to doze. I'm actually worried for you. Dozing Loporrit. This hole sure is deep. Drop a rock in there and you'll never hear it hit the bottom. Oh, it's you. Is something the matter? Yeah, your friend was worried about you. Eep, sorry for the bother. I didn't realize I'd been gone for so long. I'll head back right away. You stare into the abyss, and the abyss makes you pretty sleepy. We've reassembled the squad. Sprightly Loporrit. Do you hear intermittent... Oh, wait. Yeah, so Sleepy Loporrit. Yawn. Maybe I'll get some proper mining done next time. Yeah, there's always next time. Preoccupied Loporrit. I can't feel my arm now, but it still moves, so it's fine, right? Right? I mean, I hope you found an anesthetic and not something that, like, paralyzes you for good. Dozing Loporrit. How far down could that hole go, I wonder? Pretty far. How big is Zodiark? And this is unrelated, but just thinking about Zodiark more, Azomagia in a couple of sessions back in a comment mentioned that it was weird that Zodiark would look demonic. Like when you know, as opposed to, I don't know, as opposed to what the statues may have made them look like, or as opposed to, you know, someone that would be, you know, praised and worshipped as like a paragon, as someone, you know, good. And I agree with that, and I'm trying to think of what ways that it could work. Maybe Zodiark wasn't always that way. Maybe Zodiark initially was kind of slender and almost Amarautine, like one of the ancient ones, in terms of that smoothness. And only after their heart was gone did they gradually physically change into that more beastly form. That's my guess, at least. Because I'd imagine at first they probably looked exactly like Hydaelyn, judging by the pictures we saw. I know those weren't like drawings, like courtroom drawings that are trying to exactly capture the moment, but still. Anyway, reeling Loporrit. I feel better that after the brief and totally regulation compliant break. I feel much better after that brief and totally regulation compliant break. Let's head back and sift through the spoils of our expedition. Yeah, so... Sprightly Loporrit. I hope they don't think you're impressed by their shenanigans. Honestly, I'm pretty impressed. Those are some good shenanigans they have going on. And, like, if the result of their work is that they find some ore, not much, they've contemplated the depth of Zodiark's pit, they found a potential anesthetic, and they got in a good nap, I'd say that's a good day's work, whether it's regulation or not. Alright, so we're turning this into... What was the... I don't remember. Oh, Sprightly Loporrit. Thanks again for helping me round everyone up. I'm glad no one was hurt. They were lucky this time, but with those fungi and other odd creatures out there, I think we'll have to reconsider our patrol routes from now on. For a mercy, there are plenty of places to mine for ore nearby. Really? Even after this long? I guess so. Before you go, I'd like you to have this. Don't be a stranger. Thank you for the gill. Moon gill. Agitated Loporrit. Overexcited Admirer. Something has ruffled the fur of this Loporrit. Pardon me, could you spare a moment? Yeah. That's why I'm coming up to you. A friend and I plan to go and meet you shortly after we woke from hibernation, you see. But they're the excitable sort, and, well, after much hopping and shouting, they somehow ran themselves straight into a wall. They're yet to awake. Oh, shit, that sounds like they have a concussion. On one paw, could a rabbit get a concussion? On one paw, I understand their enthusiasm. We were all ecstatic that our very first visitors had arrived from Aetheris. On the other, they ran into a wall. Still, I do feel bad for them, so I want to get them a surprise. Something to cheer them up when they wake. I dare not venture out alone, though, so I was hoping you could come with me. Absolutely, I would love to help you find a get-well gift. Meet me in southern Mare Lamentorum, and we'll see if we can't find something nice. What kind of gift are you looking to get? Is it because why are you out here? Are we looking to get maybe a flower? We'll pluck a flower from the top of a Sabbatender or of a Lunatender. We saw actually, that's actually literally the case. We saw flowers grow out here when on patrol. Gorgeous crystalline flowers that grow on the heads of Lunatenders. If you were to gift them one when they awake, they'd be over the star. Or that's over the moon in your parlance. That's okay. Well played. I have to go and deliver our patrol records to Moonsail. Moonsail? To the Watcher's Palace. Oh, right, Moonsail was one of the areas. But in the meantime, I can't trust you to... Can I trust you to get a flower from one of the Lunatenders? I will slice it right off. Perfect. Meet me up by the striking brand when you have it. Which is the striking brand? Numbing, searing, striking. Agitated Loporrit. Were you able to get a flower? Yes, crystal flower. A flower taken from atop the head of a Lunatender. Oh, it's beautiful. They've wanted one of these ever since they learned how special flowers are in your culture. They're like... That's kind of adorable. They're like weebs, but for humanity? Now that I think about it, if they were to receive it from you personally, they might run themselves into a wall again, or worse. I think I'd better give it to them. With your regards, of course. I'll meet you back at the burrow. I'm glad we were able to help find a little gift. Agitated Loporrit. As it happens, it's a good thing that you didn't go with me to give them that flower. Just hearing it was from you nearly made them faint dead away. Perhaps I should have waited a bit longer after they woke up. Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to, after someone has a concussion, I don't think you're supposed to, like, stress them out, or you're supposed to try to avoid that if possible. In any case, I hope you'll visit us again. If we can ever break their cycle of excitement and self-injury, I'm sure they'll be delighted to meet you. I hope they're able to break that. That sounds frustrating. Okay, we got Material Woes from Goingmyway. Okay. We've met Goingmyway in passing. Goingmyway. Or not in passing. Goingmyway was actually the one who was trying to send us up to the... I think Goingmyway was the one trying to send us to the residential district. Goingmyway has a request that only an adventurer such as yourself could fulfill. Ah, there you are. Do you have a moment? While going over the resources sent by our collaborators, I stumbled upon a rather curious morsel of information that wants for verification. Is it true that you procure crafting materials from other living creatures and thereafter use them to craft without using creation magics? Yes, that's correct. It's got to be shocking for you, though. Incredible! I'd like to try my hand at it, but first I'll require materials to craft with. You should unlock the Ixali Beast Tribes. Considering what resources are here in Mare Lamentorum, I thought a Daphnia would be the perfect specimen to harvest material from, but I'm hardly a hunter. That's where you come in. Being Heidelin's champion and whatnot, I have no doubt you can handle a Daphnia or two. Might I trouble you to bring one back for study? Trouble away. I'm on my way to go. I will go murder Daphnias for your pleasure. Wonderful. The Daphnia inhabit the area around Lovingway's Darlings, if you're looking for a place to start. Happy hunting! Let's go kill some Daphnias. No problem. First one dropped it. Welcome back. I take it you have the Daphnia for me? Or what's left of one, I suppose. Yeah, Daphnia remains. This was a Daphnia, until it meant a hunter. A hunter must hunt. Yes, we got your Daphnia. Oh, goodness. Apologies, I've never seen one this close before. Yes, as I thought, the skin is quite elastic. With this, it should prove no trouble at all to produce clothing for people of all sizes. Sounds quite comfortable. Wouldn't clothes from that be a little too translucent? Or are you sure clothes made from that are a good idea? Yeah, the translucent thing is a bit concerning. Now that you mention it, we'll have to come up with a rigorous dye treatment to ensure the cloth isn't too revealing. I mean, I'm fine with turning the moon into a nudist colony. I'm just not sure that's what you're going for. In any case, you've been a great help. It's not much, but I'd like you to have this. Some moon bucks, thank you. Excellent. So next up is a Test of Mettle. Given by... And the Daphnia are still pretty great designs. I'm a fan of them. They were the ones that, when they spew water at you, they, like, balloon up briefly. Picking way. You'll let me know if you find any unusual trinkets or contraptions, won't you? I've always had a fondness for such things, you see. I mean, probably not. I probably won't let you know. Brawny Loporrit. A Test of Mettle. The Brawny Loporrit wants to see how tough you really are. My, what impeccable timing. I was hoping you might stop by. Wait, no, that's not the right voice for a Brawny Loporrit. As you well know, these facilities were built to meet any and all needs your people might have. Haha. However, you're not at all what we expected, and I don't mean just your exceedingly diminutive stature. A great number of changes must be made, including to our sentry drones. We have no frame of reference for what may pose a threat to your kind, and I believe a better understanding of your strength may enlighten us. Not just your physical strength, mind, but your strategic prowess as well, which is why I'd like to see how you fare in a fight. What do you say? Yep, bring it on. Wonderful! If you could meet me in Greatest Endvale, I'll see that everything is ready when you get there. Brawny Loporrit. Let's get started, shall we? Activating Terminal 1. Begin data acquisition. Mankind checker. Oh, it's like the level checker, but for us. I'm just assuming mankind is the more general term for, like, Loporrit, for everyone from Aetheris. Alright, we beat level 1. Where's level 2? There are more pressing matters at hand. Oh, we need... Oh, no, we just need to wait. Okay. You certainly have a knack for battle. I can hardly imagine how strong your enemies must be. All the more reason our sentries are in serious need of improvements. Now, might I trouble you for one more test? Yes, but... Like, just know that I'm not... Like, most people aren't like me. I learned that the hard way in the quest back on Garlemald, where I had to inhabit the body of a normie. That's the spirit. I can't imagine you'll have much trouble after seeing that first display, but one can never have too much data. Let's try one of our drones from Terminal 2. Oh, you're pretty cute too. You got the, yeah, you got the little bug. Oh, those aren't bug heads. Those are like bunny heads. No problem at all. That was incredible. You haven't been sneaking any iron carrots, have you? I had one of them, but it was offered to me. I had no idea your kind were so fearsome in battle. Maybe we should just forget the sentries and have you guard Bestways Burrow. I jest. We would never dream of putting you or your people in harm's way. I live in harm's way. I want to thank you properly, but not here. Let's head back to the main plaza. I wonder why they don't just finish the quests here, why they make you go back to where you were. Also, I don't think I ever noticed the trees, these, like, I don't know, somehow I was assuming that the trees that they were talking about were just those big things with the halos at the top of them. These are still not trees, but they are certainly more tree-like. Brawny Loporrit. The moon will be safe as safe can be once the drones are refurbished, and thanks to you, I have all the data I could ask for. Though I did read something a touch concerning in one of the books the collaborators sent us. Something about certain drinks you imbibe that make you a threat to yourselves and everyone around you. I hope our drones will be prepared for such an emergency. Yeah, it's... I mean, it depends on how much... it depends on each person's alcohol tolerance, but I see your concern. At any rate, I better get back to work. It's not much, but I'd like to have you to have this. A small token of moonbucks to thank you for your help. 815 moonbucks. Bup. Let's do Learning Way. Unfortunate fortune-telling. Learning Way is worried one of his fellow Loporrits has met with misfortune. If you're not too busy, might I trouble you to look into something for me? That's why I'm here. Bye, Pigeon. I recently heard word that one of your fellows is acting strangely near one of the water reserves in Greatest Endsvale. One of our fellows, okay. I was gonna say. Everyone knows that that water is for our passengers to be, and if anything should happen to those reserves, it could ruin everything. I doubt they would talk to me, but I suspect they might be willing to confess their plans if you ask them. You'll help, won't you? I'm not a cop, but I'll pretend to be right now. The reserve you're looking for is on the northern end of Greatest Endsvale. Please hurry before they do anything foolish. What could they possibly be doing that would harm the water? Are they going to go full Kefka and just poison it? Shaky Loporrit. Yeah, you're not looking too great. Wait, who are you? What's the matter? Making sure you don't do anything drastic or suspicious or weird. Suspicious? Me? But why? I haven't done anything wrong. Orianjay was teaching me about telling fortunes, and I've been trying to practice so I could show others how it's done. Oh. You want to be an astrologian? That's adorable. In fact, I've even made my own carrot cards. Oh my fucking god. Though they're not quite as fancy as Orianjay's, I tried using them to see what good fortune will come to the people of Aetheris when they visit the moon, but maybe I did it wrong, but the cards had nothing good to say. Oh, shit. I got the complete opposite, so I thought I'd try again after purifying myself in the water here. That is what your people do, yes? I read that it's possible to purify oneself using water, but I don't feel as if anything has changed. Maybe I missed a step somewhere. How do rabbits clean themselves? Just like, they just lick each other, that sort of thing? Like dogs and cats? Oh, could you draw the water for me? Coming from Heideland's Chosen, I'm sure it'd be the most purifyingest water ever. All you have to do is fill this empty bottle with water and pour it on me. Please, the outcome of my carrot card reading is in your hands. Okay. Alright, we'll do this, and then we'll pour some water on him. Bottle of water. A bottle full of cool, clear water. Splash. How refreshing! I feel like a brand new Loporrit. Already I can feel my spirit overflowing with good fortune. Time to have another look at those carrot cards and see what awaits the people of Aetheris. Good eyesight. Learning way. Well, did you find out what that good-for-nothing was up to? Hey! Astrologians have a role too. It's a bit of a weird role, but they're there. Oh, really? Well, that's actually quite admirable, making such efforts to understand the culture of Aetheris. That said, I'm not sure one is meant to redraw cards until they find a desired result. Or perhaps I misheard how fortune-telling is meant to work. I've tried Astrologian, and I don't quite understand the redrawing mechanic just yet, but I'm still pretty low level with it. Maybe I should go and talk to them about that. Then again, there's been no harm done, and they mean well. Perhaps I'll discuss the finer points of carrot card reading with them another day. Thank you for looking into this. Sure, happy to do so. And I'm glad that I think it's really cool that they're trying out jobs from our world. You know, I was thinking I'd wrap it up there, but might as well go a bit longer. We're almost finished with the side quests from this batch. Moping Way. Troubled Waters. Something goes bump in Greatest Ensvale, and it has Moping Way concerned. Oh dear. Oh my. Oh, this is terrible. What's wrong? Thank goodness you're here. There's a strange sound coming from the waterway. I think there might be something wrong with the water regulation system. What if the water starts to flow backwards, or worse? Everything must be inspected top to bottom, but time's of the essence, and I can't possibly do it on my own. Not as quickly as I'd like, at any rate. Please say you'll help. I will help you. And I'll help you help us, because you're doing this for us. Oh, thank goodness. Look to the water for the water towers to the north. You'll find the regulators. If you can take care of that, I'll see to the rest. We can reconvene here once you're finished. I got your back, Moping Way. There was nothing out of the ordinary with the first two water regulators, so I assume something is going to come up with this one. Or maybe it was nothing. Maybe it was just like a bug. You hear an odd bubbling murmur. This machine seems to be malfunctioning. Okay, it was something. Well, that's good news. It's not good news that, it was malfunctioning, but it's good news that we could solve it. Moping Way. How'd everything look on your side? There was a problem. A murmur by the northeast regulator. Huh. I think I know what the problem is. We released fish into the river so our guests could go fishing, but they're likely attracted to the heat of the regulators. Not to worry, this is but one little bump on the road to building a fantastic recreational facility, and thanks to you, the path forward can be made smoother. When our work is finished, I hope you'll visit again and make the most of what we have to offer. I would be happy to level up fishing in your little pool. That would be awesome. Bump, 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 bump. Okay, Bouncy Loporrit, what do you got? For a greater garden, the Bouncy Loporrit would ask you to lend them an ear. Just the person I was hoping to see. I'd like your thoughts on something, if you have a moment. I do. For you, Bouncy Loporrit, I have all the moments. As you might have noticed, This park is rather drab as it is now, which is why I plan to plant flowers to liven things up a little. Of course, there's no guarantee my tastes are in line with those of your people. We have a most wondrous assortment of plants at Lovingway's Darlings, and it would mean the moon to me if you picked which flowers we could use here in the park. I can try. I'm really bad at these things. I like the blue ones. Those are my favorite flowers. Yellow ones are okay too. Hooray! To the gardens then. You're gonna love them, I know it. Bouncy Loporrit. Well, what do you think? In my readings, I've found that even a single species of flower can bloom in a number of colors, which is what makes them so appealing. Though it took a little work, these 3 specimens are capable of the same. They're all charming in their own way, but I couldn't possibly decide what's best for the park. What do you like best? Don't worry about giving a right or wrong answer. I trust your discerning eye. Your trust is so misplaced. Alright, clustered flower, sparkling flower, or springy flower? I like the springy flowers, mostly because they are all color. Ooh, I like these too. They're sure to make an impression with park visitors. Choose this flower? Yes. The others are okay too, but there's I don't know. This is just it's pure color. A fine choice. Now let's take a few back to the park, shall we? Be careful, don't drop any on the way. Pick, pick, pick. Picking complete. Bouncy Loporrit. The flowers, if you please. Here you go, friend. I'm told the people of Aetheris love nature, and flowers are held in particularly high regard. I realize they're not quite the same, but I sure hope these blooms make the moon feel a little more like home. It's funny, in the case of flowers, I think it's okay if they don't feel like home. I think just using the natural beauty of the moon and making the most of it is totally fine. First things first, I need to plant as many of these flowers as I can. By the time I'm done, our gardens will be overrun with bugs and carnivorous plants and all kinds of joy and wonderment. You wait and see. Yeah, I'm excited for this. I'm looking forward to see how this goes. And with that, I'm going to call it a video. Thank you for watching. Next time we will continue with the main story quest, the heart of the matter, where hopefully we will suss out the plans of the Loporrits and what they're trying to do with Urianger. I assume that there's going to be something more than just they want Urianger to talk to the Sharlayans and they want to be super secretive about it. Because they're acting shadier about it, but we'll see. Thanks for watching. See you all later. Bye-bye.